Adrian turns into her and they kiss. Helena's mouth splits and tears. This seems to enliven Adrian, who snakes his tongue through the rip before it closes and they separate. Oh, jackalopes catching box bunnies on a Friday morning. Hank pipes up, and his jumble of words make everyone stop to scratch their heads. I think he'd like it better if we got closer, baby. Helena purrs in Adrian's ear, making Hank shudder. He grips the side of his head. Mike Tyson, this is out of beef. Punching, no face. Oh, I need a drink. Hank stammers on, hands over his eyes, and Adrian and Helena laugh. From up above, Hank and the others, Shepard chuckles to himself. He goes back to his Bible, reading quietly. The fog just past the fence is still thick, blanketing everything, shortening sight, making the woods sinister even with the charming songs of the birds. It's still dark, the sun not quite coming through to make the fog evaporate. With the meal almost ready, Mud, as they all like to call him, rolls from his tent, less an actual form of acrobatics and more tripping with style. The air makes his glasses fog almost immediately, his mop of brown hair somewhere in the direction of east. He is the toothpick of the group. Why do I get the cold-blooded thing that likes to cuddle? He says, yawning, and dragging his tired frame over to the warmth of the fire. Hey, you said you wanted a pet. Dog looks past him as the slender, long frame worms out of the tent. Toyer shifts, and he feels the cold far deeper than the others, his clawed toes digging into the brown-red pine nettle-covered dirt. I was cold. The look of confusion in his oval slant eyes make even dogs snicker. See, Mud? You can make friends. Mud looks to Dog, pointing his beaked nose to the ground. Great. I have all the skills in social situations as a bottom bunk. Ooh, speaking of bunks, can we camp in a prison or something? At least then I'd be more at home. Oh, home on the range. Ooh, range. So guys, I figured out how to control the range setting on that laser idea. I just need some copper wire, a solid magnifying glass, some wrenches, a workshop. I always work better with spaghetti too. The others drown his talking out as Dog picks up the kettle. The skin of his palm sears, stopping the sudden headache he would normally get from Mud jabbering on. Mud is comical. His demeanor is loving, gentle compared to the rest of them. He's the klutz and the clown of the group. His thick glasses and long slender neck give him the look of a pelican, and he is perhaps the gentlest of the souls there. Far too good of nature to have survived for this many years, especially seeing as it's the end of the world. As accident-prone as he may be, the others figure he would have died long before meeting them, being hit by a parked car. Tor, who slept in the same tent as Mud, otherwise named Melvin Eugene Danvers, is an oddity much like Helena, though his residence until most recently was not of hell but a swamp secreted away in the foothills, which should have been protected by certain barriers. A snake-like body, he has the legs of a man and the arms as well. A disturbingly long neck and swishing tail remind Dog of a cartoon velociraptor, while Tor assures him he is a lizard, just not that kind of lizard. Tor rushes to the fireside, hoping to stay there until the sun reaches high enough to warm his dark green-brown skin. Dog flips the meat once more before ripping a piece off and taking a bite. The meat was once his pet and boon companion, as was the pelt. Hank did not object to eating freshly cooked meat, nor did the others, who neglected to ask where it came from. Dog is practical in that sense, however insensitive the act may seem. They had to have food, and there was no reason to let meat or fur go to waste. So, what's the plan? Mud chimes in after losing the battle to bite off a bit of meat, like the others were able to do. He sits on the ground using a flat stone for a plate and a small pocket knife to get his meal ready. Tor just swallows the portion he is given with several wet, slurping gulps.
Well, Dog thinks maybe we need to head down that east slope to the valley and work our way towards the radio signal, instead of trying to navigate the ravine valley cliffside from yonder.
Hank explains. Hey, I didn't see anything we'd have to walk around, and there's a clearly marked hiking trail. It's on the map. Dog produces the map from his jacket pocket. So, we take the shortcut down. It does make the walk from there a bit longer, but about 10 miles out there's supposed to be a trade store. Kind of one of those supply depots for the people that used to live in the area. If we get lucky, there's a workable vehicle.
Uh-huh. Since when we ever been lucky? We got luck like pelicans got internal balls. And blow through the beak hard enough, they'll show.